Good morning everyone. In today's video I'm going to solve the midterm exam that we had last year, and actually I just changed a bit in the midterm exam that we have last year, and I removed all the first floor and I made just the ground floor and the roof just to simplify it and show you one way or one case or one scenario that we can have. And in this scenario, it's just the ground floor have an external, like a porch or like a sitting area here, and same thing in the entrance here. And the walls doesn't go all the way up to the roof, so you can see the roof is actually bigger to cover up this, sitting area and the entrance. So I'm gonna solve this. Again, this is the midterm exam for my dear student at Ajman University, and I already put the file on the Moodle. So I'm just solving this example from the last year, so you can have a a better way to exercise with me, and have a look of how we can solve this, and that can help you to prepare for the midterm. For those who are actually not with us in the university, please send me your email on the comments below so I can send you the file if you need it. Anyhow, the first thing is to check the units and its millimeters. Go back to max and make sure again it's the same. So here it's metric, so make it millimeter metric, and in the system unit setup do the same. Now in AutoCAD I did already created a layer, and I name it whatever the name, and I make it current and give it like the color that I don't like, so just make it really distinguished. You can go ahead and turn off all the unnecessarily existed here to our work, like a dimension and like the section line. Probably this one, for the, actually I'm gonna keep the last one to know or to remember that this is a void here, so I'm just gonna remove the section line. Sorry, keeping the rest as you can see. I'm gonna turn off this also. So that's the ground floor and that's the first floor. Now hit polyline and just trace quickly the walls, actually the external perimeter of the walls. Ignore any doors and windows. Offset that, I think 300, and you'll get yourself this. If this is just a solid building that we have no core inside, just send this to as a write block to AutoCAD, from AutoCAD to 3D Studio Max. In our case, we need to create another boundaries here that represent the chord here. So write a block or W, select those walls, those external walls, and I'm gonna just place them in last year lectures. That's the midterm exam, whatever the name. Now open Max and import that. Follow the same steps. Locate where you save the file. And you're gonna get the WG placed in the same place that we have the AutoCAD. Now make sure it's external wall, so have you focus on the minimum height, which is -100. So just select it, right click on the move and place it -100. Now the highest point usually, if it goes all the way, will be the parapet, but sadly it doesn't go to the top point. So you should compare this -100 to the the 4000. So the height of the wall should be 100 plus 4000, which should be 4100. And in our case, you have to subtract the thickness of the slab. So thickness of the slab, let's assume it's 200 mil. So we're going to end up by having the wall, this one, the external height walls, like a 3,900. So just place an extrude command here and give it a value of a 3,900 millimeter. With material, just drop it here. That's your external walls. Now you can go ahead and repeat. Send this time just, the slab, and repeat the process. The slab is a horizontal element, and the basic rule for it is to follow whatever level you have here in the floor finish. So it's a 0. So if it's 0, so nothing to be changed, and then hit extrude and give it a material, and the thickness should be minus 200 millimeter. What happened here? Okay, it's too thick, should be minus 200 mil. Always give the extrude downwards, it's minus 200. That's the floor finish, which is the 0, 0. Now again, the height, or the ceiling, sorry, the slab above, just go ahead and have this. You have to pick, don't forget to hit C space, close a common area like this corner and this corner, and move that line from that base point to that base point here exactly. Now right block and select this one. This will be our slab. And it's here. So again, it's a horizontal surface, so rule number 2, you have to place it exactly as AutoCAD said. It's a 4,000 mil, and that you have to put here 4,000 mil. And the extrude will be also minus 200, so just copy the extrude from here and paste it here. Drop the material on it. That's our roof. Now we have the wall, so I'm just gonna offset that 300 mil instead of throwing it again, and then right block, select both, and bring that, and again place it at 4,000 millimeter and paste the extrude for it, but it should be 1,000 mil as it is the parapet above as such. Hit F4 in here, and you're gonna see it like that, and you see this is 1,000 mil here. As you can see, that's why I add 1,000 difference between this and that. Probably, it's not a probably, actually we have to send those two things again in the same thing, it should be in the same file. I just made a mistake. So oops, I don't know what I pressed anyway. So this one, and it's here, I think. Yep. So just place it 4,000, and again give it a paste and an extrude of a 1,000. Now what I've done is I forgot to do this. You see this, the opening for the cord, and it's easily can be done. Just right block again, select this guy, and then select this guy. I'm just gonna redo it, so probably need to delete that guy. That's the place for the slab, you see. Alt and F and I again, new block. It won't take a second, so don't freak out when you do such a mistake that I've done. Just a 4,000 the height, floor finish, and then paste 200 mil in the minus, to get the opening in, perfectly done. Now we can go ahead and do the the walkways. So I'm gonna turn off those frames. It's a minus 100, so I don't need levels anymore. So you can use you can use rectangle actually to get this to this, and hit BO and have a pick in here. And now right block and select this object and this object, and you have to add this one to it, okay? Because this is higher, this is 0, and the same thing if this is 0. So right the block, now again it's a horizontal surface, so it should follow. Let me open the level, which I don't know which one they are. Let me see. So not this one. Oh god, yeah, this one. So it's a minus 100, so again just minus 100, and then paste the extrude for it, and then drop the material on it. As you can see, you can do right block again, have this 300 mil loaded, zoom in, selected, minus 300, and then just paste and then just drop. You get this, okay? Now both this slab, I'm just gonna remove those, it's just kind of annoying. I'm just gonna take this guy, oops, I'm deleting it, just rectangle, okay, and I'm gonna take this guy, just right block and select this dude, and they are located on a level of a 0. So probably I should have taken it from the, it's actually, I did not do the ground floor, right? I did, okay, alright. Should do it with when I did the ground floor. Anyway, too late, it's already on 0, so just paste and drop that, as you can see. Now boundary, and do the columns, just click them. I'm gonna ignore those inside the house, they make no sense. They were making more sense when this document have 2 or 3 levels. Should have deleted them anyway. Now go to max and load them. Again, I'm pressing Alt F I if you are wondering what I'm doing. So I'm gonna paste, it's again 3,900, and you gotta drop the material, and you can see it's exactly sitting in the right place, as you can see. So I think this is wrong. Yeah, I just said exactly the wrong time. So it is not standing from the corridor, which is minus 100. It's standing from the 0, 0. So this guy should be 38. See, now it's exactly. So almost that's it, right? So you can go ahead, and again it's a minus 1,500. So boundary, probably you need to click here, click here, click here, click here, and I don't know, click here, and then load the, or turn on the levels symbols again. That's the section. Again, you have this guy. Now right block and take those guys together as a same object like this. It's a minus 1,500. You know what to do. right block again. Now the walkway, sorry, the ramp, kind of crazy ramp, have nothing to do with realistic ramps. So it's located on -100, and in this case you can do it as edit poly or just select the edge, and the lowest point is a -1600, right? No sense, I know it's too steep. So anyway, paste material. Now it's flashy, nice ramp, and the dependent of the detail is actually missing, so I'm gonna ignore. And then you have to do the partitions and the walls. So walls are really easy to be done, but I think so far so good. It's almost, almost completed the geometry. Doors and windows, if you don't know how to do them, I already explained that in the previous lecture, but no harm if we explain them again. Probably we need to delete those guys. They are getting, really annoying. Those columns, we said we need them no more. Right block to the door. How much? 2.2 meter. So paste and 2200. Send the same material to it, and now we do the windows. Copy it simply. And probably we need to rotate. Now copy again. And probably we need to copy that again. Everything in the external geometry, it could be taken together, so you could do this because they still belong to the external walls, which is technically the same object. But be careful, the partitions will be totally different. So now right block and select all those guys. And there are 900 cell and extruded as a height of a 1300. Place the material for them, and you can go ahead now and select that, add a Pro Boolean to it, and start picking, and you get yourself nice opening walls in here. Partitions, again polylines, so can do the job easily. Just trace that carefully. Okay. Pretending it's closed here. And probably we need one here. and we need one here, and we need one here. That's all. Right block, take them all together as one object. Don't forget rule number 3, the partitions should be placed on the 0, 0 level, which is the floor finish level. So yep, it's on 0, 0. So just give it an extrude, and the extrude should be 3800, which is the difference between the 0 to the 4000 minus the thickness of the slab, which is 200. So 4000 minus 200, and you can do the math. Now rectangle, and let's do this door, the inner opening, and this one, and this one, and same right block. Where they are, I have no idea, so probably need an F3 in here. Yep, so extrude 2200, and I'm gonna drop material to it, and you have to select the partitions. Alright, and you have to do the Pro Boolean. Now you can see it's opened, nice and beautiful. Now change the wireframe mode and get back to the normal mode, and you can see that everything is opened even toward inside. Turn off that, and technically it's done, I believe. Let me double check. Have I missed or messed up the walls? Did I? Careful, see? I did a lot of Pro Boolean inside each other. That's very wrong. You should have only one Pro Boolean. That's nice. Don't add 2 or 3 Pro Boolean to the same object. So that's almost it, guys. You just need to do the, what is it? Probably the walls or the fence. So it's a polyline. I'm gonna assume it stops in here, and the other one is just an inclined wall. So just trace it, guys. I'll stop it here with the ramp. The rest, it should be an edit poly or just an inclined wall, depending on what you need. So I'm just gonna assume it stops in here. I'm gonna leave that step for you. Closing it, right block. Again, it's a fence, so it's external wall. So you should see the lowest point, which is minus 100 to 1200. So you should place it at minus 100. Let's say. Place it minus 100. And then add an extrusion of a 1300, and then add that to it. And now if you are saying that this is ugly and you can see that, you can just lower that. You see this, if you say that you don't want to see, if you are seeing it from outside, so in this case I'm gonna lower that another 200 mil to cover that, but you have to give that extra 200 mil. Both methods are correct, but anyway, it depends on how you want to present it. That's it, guys. You probably need to do this and that push us to the level that we need to do a landscape and everything around, and I don't want to put that as a part of the midterm. That's, I think, enough. So far so good. I wish that you find this video useful. In the next video I'm going to show you a different midterm case study, maybe that we don't have in the plan, this sitting area or entry, and I'll show you the way that the whole building goes up, so you don't need to divide it. in a different example. Wish that I have enough time, of course, to do that. No promises. But so far, so good. That's a good example for you to exercise anyway. Thank you very much for watching and have a good day. Bye-bye.